Hey, Guthrie Trapp here with Jam Play. We're going to get into some the importance of playing up the neck and the importance of the chord shapes and how those can act as home base and prevent you from getting lost up the neck. Like a lot of people get stuck playing in their safe zones down here on the first 5 frets. And I found that it helped me greatly to know my chord centers and the scales around them all the way up the neck, and how those relate to each other and how close you are up the neck from one chord to the next, closer than you think usually at all times. I mean, if you're in the key of G and you're down here, you have a C, your 2 minor, your 6 minor, everything, your flat 7, everything is right in here. There's no reason for you to go from G here to C down here to D here. I mean, they're all, everywhere you go on the fingerboard, your chords are right there, and that's going to help you advance playing up the neck and prevent you from getting lost, as I call it. Like, people want to know, how do you play up the neck? Everyone wants to play up high. How do you do that? Well, you can't jump from down here to up here without a bridge in between, or else it's kind of useless. You're going to get stuck in your same old licks, and your safe spots. So I'll go through this and try to explain it the best I know how, which is a non-theoretical way. It's all by ear and feel, and I think that's the most important part about playing music. So anyway, with that being said, we'll start in E here. And obviously, your first E position is right here. Well, think of this as like a continuation of your E chord. So it's going to build where one left off, the next one will continue up. So here's your E chord. Your next position is going to be maintaining these 2 notes, changing your position, holding those down, and moving up here to your D position. So here's your E there. And then here's your E there. Now your next position is going to be maintaining these 2 and then building your C position here. So you can see this goes to that and then this goes to that. Your position is just shifting up. So gradually we're already up to the 7th fret and we're only on the 3rd chord position. This is like it's like a daisy chain of chords. One is going to connect all the way up, you'll see. So there's your E there, there's your E there, this goes to there, this goes up to the 5th fret, or no, the 7th fret as this position. This is going to stay the same. Your first finger is going to go to where your pinky was, and then you have this position. So this is all so connected. That position there. Then you're going to retain this, maintain this. This is going to go to your 3, give you that position. Well, look, there's your A position connected to that, and then right there, you're back to your home base with your E bar chord, which is 12 frets up from there, all the way. And then all that repeats itself as many frets as you have on your guitar up past the 12th fret. So we have this, 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 and this. So I can start here and I can play. And end up all the way down there. And I'm all the way up, I'm up and down the neck just with that major scale, because it's connecting through all these chord forms, all these chord positions. So I'm starting here, it's all arpeggios, so I'm arpeggiating all the way up. So I'm working right out of that position. And it's different than the major scale. I'm skipping some notes around, but I'm using it to get up the neck. There's your first arpeggio. It works right out of the pentatonic major scale position, but it's working into this position, into this here, into that. I mean, all this stuff is so connected. The more you do it, you'll see this. So that's that. You know, we're going right in there. To that. To that. And these are little 2-note chords you can also use. They're harmonies, so you can go all the way up the neck with those too. Like start here. And that's just like going, but you're doing it with harmony. So it's just it's this, and then this. So you put those together. And then you can do it on the high strings too, right out of this. But those are chords. That's that chord, and then your A, B, and then to the E. So I'm just saying all this stuff, you know, it's related to each other, and it'll work your way up the neck. So. And all these have scales around them, like I was saying. So, you know, learn your scale open, learn it in this position. Your pentatonics around there. And then this too, your C position. And it's important more to know what this looks like in the shapes around the chord than it is to actually go, oh, okay, I'm going to play that chord. You're never going to play that chord, or you know, but it's important to know all the scales around this. All that stuff is right out of the chord. So that is like kind of your Hendrix kind of positioned, where you can do all this like. And that's out of the 3. You have your A position here, like this, and then you're going into with your 3rd here, but you're still holding this down. So you have all this. Right there, and this being your 6 minor, it's nice to have right there. So, but you know, now we'll move to like G. So here's G, bar chord, or the open G chord, bar chord. It's the same thing as E. All these chords repeat themselves all the way up the neck. So once you learn that. And you learn it everywhere. Learn C, you know, here, 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 and here. It's the same with every chord. It's the same. They all repeat themselves. So just like having this huge bar chord here, most of the time you're not going to play that whole chord. You're going to play parts of it. You know, you might take these 2 notes, or you might take these 2 notes, or you might take these. But there's places to start at every home base of this chord. Like we're in G now, so like just take these 2 notes of the chord. I mean, to start a solo, you can start right on those 2 notes of that chord, and slide right up. You're sliding into the into like the 3rd position, and then right up into here. Right up to that. There's your G chord that's around. All that is part of that chord, and then all this is, you're literally sliding right into the chord. You're just arpeggiating it. Well, with that being said, there's your G chord that you can work off of. Well, there's your C's right there. So all you have to do to go from the 1 to the 4 is literally do that. So there's your 1. There's your 4, there's your 5, there's your 1. there's your 6 minor. If you want an E minor, there's a shape you can use right there. So they're all right there. 2 minor, A minor, they're all right there. So to go from the 1 to the 4, literally all you have to do is do, if you want to do it simply, hammer on. There's your 4 chord right there. Like I showed you earlier on the with the Memphis style stuff. Hammer on. There's your 5 right there. So you're always, once you learn all these chord positions up the neck, you're never going to be too far from the chord you're trying to get to. Here you have 1, 4, 5, 1. Here's 1, 4, 5, 1, 2 minor, 6 minor, flat 7, 4, 1. Everything's right there. Your 2 minor. So with that being said, you can solo around all these, practice soloing around the chord changes in all these different positions. Here's your 1, 4, 5, 1. Here's your G position, your C position, your D, and then you're back to your 1 again. So this stuff is so connected, it's unbelievable. So here's your G, A position. Well, there's like a sus. That's like a 4 chord by changing 1 finger. So if you're soloing down here, you want to go to the 4, go right to the chord and play something out of there. That's all out of C. To go back to the 1, literally hammer on right back into the 1 chord. If you want to go to the 6 minor, right, literally a little pentatonic run right to the chord that you're going to. Everything is right out of the chord. So that to me is like the foundation of playing any of this stuff, is knowing all these chord forms and how they're related up the neck. And just start with the simple major chords, and like I said, say, hey, here's my 1, where's my 4? Closest possible without moving as many fingers. Well, there's 1, 4, 5, 1. Here, 1, 4, 5, 1. 5, 1, 4, 5, 1. That's so simple. 1, 4, 5, 1. It's everywhere you need to be is right there. And there's no need to go from, like if this is only G, like if your G's here, no need to go from G to C way down here and then D there and then back to G wherever you know it. There's a grip right close by to where you are. So when you're soloing and you know all your scales around those chords, you won't have to go from here to here and then back. You'll have a place in between that you'll know how all this stuff goes from one area to down to the low end of the fingerboard, or vice versa, from low up to high. You'll have the bridge connected all the way, and that to me is a very important thing to work on. Yeah, and now we're going to get on to some other stuff, and thanks for sticking with us.